Hi guys, today I wanted to make a very fast video on something important to me, and hopefully you. Now, long story short, on Friday night a member of my family had a stroke. This person was young, fit and healthy. They were in their 30s, active physically, and ate well, healthily. Yet they still had a stroke. Because I knew the signs to look for, we had them in hospital and in a CT scan within an hour of first symptoms showing, and that person is making a great recovery. I wanted to make this because I have an audience, I have a viewership, and if I can help just one person learn these signs and maybe save a life, that means the world to me. And hopefully somebody might get this message. It's put out there by all medical professionals and health services around the world, but I feel it's important to say it again. Because anybody can detect this, anybody can stop this and find this out. And if you call an ambulance and there isn't actually something going on but you suspected it, they're not going to say anything. They're not going to criticise you. In fact, they'll praise you for even thinking to. So understand that. This person came to me a couple of minutes after first feeling symptoms and said, "Is my speech slurred?" It was. So I conducted several other quick tests to establish whether or not a stroke was occurring. This is the FAST mechanism. Face, arms, speech, and time. Now, face, is there any unevenness that's not normally there? Is there any inability to smile? Get the person to grin. Can they smile evenly? Is there any drooping around the eye? Those are initial signs. It can be minor at first, but it does get more severe with time. Arms. Can they raise both arms evenly? Can they extend both sets of fingers evenly? Can they grip just as strongly in both hands? Those are initial signs. Speech. Is it slurred? Is it difficult to speak? Time. It's time to call an ambulance. Whether that's 911, 999, 000 in Australia, 112 in Europe. Call an ambulance. As fast as you can. You could save their life and you could save them from being disabled. It's often thought that strokes are things that happen only to older people, and in the case of ischemic strokes, that's true. That is the kind where a blood clot will stop the flow of blood to the brain, cutting off those cells from oxygen, which means they can be damaged and die. That's a very severe kind. It typically does happen to older people. What can happen to anybody, though, is a hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic strokes are where blood presses on the brain. Now, that can be from an impact, be that some sort of crash or accident, where blood can pool between the skull and the brain. That's called a intracranial hemorrhage. Or it can happen within the brain tissue itself when a blood vessel bursts, typically because of blood pressure, and that's called a intercerebral hemorrhage. This is what happened on Friday. A person who's normally fit and healthy with normal blood pressure, a massive spike in pressure caused a blood vessel to rupture. Because we were so fast and because we detected it and we got them to hospital, this rupture only put pressure on the brain tissue. It didn't damage it. So the person's prospects are very good. Is it still serious? Massively so. So know fast. Learn it. Embrace it. Face, arms, speech, time. It's super important. And if me telling you guys this helps just one person learn this and be observant and notice it, you could save a life. Many people in these circumstances, and there was a gentleman on the ward with this person who had decided to sleep on it. Felt weird, went to bed early, woke up in very bad shape. Catch it fast. Catch it quickly. I'm here with Jack. I mean, Jack's part of Dark Shield as well, and I figured this would be a simple medium to tell the video in, rather than having to put something together in another format. But Jack's part of the fire department here, but he's also a nurse in Australia. And Jack knows what's going on. Jack will give you some advice from his side of things.
Absolutely. Alright guys, so some of the main things that you can look out for to decrease the chance and maybe, if very lucky, prevent stroke in the first place. Alright, so some things you can do. Take responsibility for your own health, okay? So just look after yourself, make sure you're eating properly, make sure you're getting enough exercise, enough water intake, just just looking after yourself generally, okay? Also, trying to keep down those stress levels. So if you work in a stressful environment, maybe work or figure out ways that you can kind of de-stress or keep yourself relaxed in certain situations. That'll also decrease the chance of having a stroke. There's a lot of other ones that I could go into great detail with, but I choose not to. Um, but just going back to fast, the huge thing is time. If you suspect that someone has a stroke or is having a stroke or pre-signs or anything similar to that, send for an ambulance immediately. The ambulance service, that they will not get upset with you if you call and say, I believe a family member is having a stroke. If they get there and it's a false alarm, they will not be upset with you. They will actually thank you and they will be grateful that you called. Because if you think about it vice versa, you know, how would you be able to live with yourself after knowing that you didn't send for help when you possibly could have?
Thanks, Jack. Guys, if you can learn anything from this, please do. If just one of you remembers this, that could be huge. Fast. Face, arms, speech, time. You could save somebody's life tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.